Greg Ruff and Coach Sam Harris along with us with this GMAC preview, and really it's a men's basketball preview. I think we need to start off the Rules Committee, headed up with someone we know right here in town, Rick Byrd. They're trying to do some things to clean up the men's game a little bit. Just talk about that and how it may affect the play this year, in particular in the conference.
Well, anytime everybody's concerned about scoring, scoring's down, shooting percentages are down, and the Rules Committee has addressed what they are hoping is going to address some of the physical play that's occurred over the last few years. And, it's always going to be an adjustment. Honestly, it's going to take, when referees got to enforce what's written, and they do, and then they back off because coaches complain, and then it comes back and forth. So I like the new rule changes, honestly. I think it gives everyone an opportunity to display finesse and some skills that have dropped the play as far as basketball has become, because it's just become so physical.
And if they do that, scoring will improve. Have you talked to Rick Byrd about that at all, with him being in town and we played last year?
No, I haven't. But I remember even when Belmont was in our league in the NAI, that the Trans South had become so physical when we were. It had just become it was a battle really more of numbers than it was of skill. And then it makes the referees kind of address advantage, disadvantage, which is an NBA rule. Mm-hmm. And now we'll hopefully go back to just addressing the play as it occurs as a college athlete. And I think that we'll see scoring go up.
Did I hear you say coaches complain, by the way?
Oh, every once in a while.
Talk about the conference standings. We know Alderson Broadus, the two-time defending champion, is picked first. Kentucky Wesleyan's been right there as well. They are picked second. You guys are third coming in. Just talk about that and how you feel going into the season.
Well, all summer, we have everybody back that played significant amount of minutes. So, our summer challenge this year has been how much better can each one of our players become. I kind of figured Alderson Broadus would be, in first, because it's kind of like the Cardinals, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be in that Central Division leadership that no one has beaten them. They've won both back-to-back conference championships. So, you got to figure that they're going to get the first place vote, and then Kentucky Wesleyan always just reloads. So you figure that they're going to be there as well, and then our guys. In our challenge. Like I said, in the spring, our challenge was how much better can each one of our players become, and then we'll see what happens when we play it out on the floor. Our players have responded really, really well, and we're looking forward to the challenges that the season's going to, an opportunity, really.
There's a couple other teams that may give people some trouble this year, too, in the conference outside of the top three.
Oh, I think there's 6 or 7 teams in our league. I think everybody. I think last year's tournament proved that. Mm-hmm. You get teams that are struggling to get into the tournament, and then once the tournament occurred, even in Alderson Broadus hosted, all the games were really good going out there. And you look at Ohio Valley. You look at Ohio Valley; they've got everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
And their guards are outstanding. There's no doubt about that. So. Just from top to bottom, and that's the way conference play should be. Really and honestly, that every time you play, your key players have to play well, and someone else has to contribute for your team to win, and that's what makes it an exciting conference.
You talked a little bit about the returners. You do have everybody that played. Just talk about the guys, and maybe in that talk about who's maybe turned the corner and stepped it up over the summer.
Well, I think we have several guys that have improved the abilities that they had last year, and how they fit them into what we're doing as a team. One of the guys that I think had a great year last year, Byron Sanford from Louisville. One of the things and the dimensions that we have seen so far in what we're trying to do is that as a point guard, you got to learn how to make everybody around you better. And I think statistically Byron had a great year last year. I'm sure he's going to have a great year this year. But his understanding of what it's going to take to get everybody involved in our team so that our team can be good, he's displayed a higher quality of that this in our preseason workouts. I think the other part, you look at all of our kids have gotten stronger. You look at Terrell, you look at Jalen, you look at Percy, you look at Matt Gambaroni. You look at all those different people, and they all physically have come in better this year than they were last year. So, so far we've been really encouraged. The preseason condition has gone very well. We're anxious to get practice started.
You've really got a few potential newcomers, but talk about the guy that you signed out of high school here in Nashville.
Yeah, I think Donovan Donaldson has a chance to be someone special. He's got good quickness. He's a point guard. Um, he has the ability to rebound, a lot like Byron. Maybe it's recruiting point guards that can rebound, but I mean, we're finding things that I think he's going to be a valuable asset to us as we go along down the line. And we signed a big kid. We're going to see about what we're going to do with him. We're not 100% sure what we're going to do with Dominique. And even Matt Johnson, who's played on back-to-back state championships in Illinois. We're not sure exactly what we're going to do with everybody. We may redshirt a couple of guys because we are losing several this coming year, just to make sure that we have players that will have experience that will be returning.
That's Coach Sam Harris with our GMAC preview with Trevecca. We thank you for watching.